Catching opportunity, no, he eludes Archer. Genuine pace, all the way for 6.
Yeah, Archer put one down, a crucial catch the other day. He couldn't get to this one. It went quickly, the pace of wood, and it was a good shot, but he had his heart in his mouth for a while.
Back-to-back boundaries, that is just as good as the previous one. In fact, it may even be better. Finally, some momentum here for Afghanistan.
There we go. That's a beautiful strike down the ground, all the way, a clean hit, maximum.
Lovely use of the feet. Gets to the pitch of it. Ibrahim throws his hands at it.
Well, Tossi belts it to long on and he goes to a half century. Ibrahim Zadran is 8th 50 in ODIs to go with his 500s. It's played nicely, but as Ian Bishop said, it's about hundreds in this Champions Trophy. He has to convert into another 100 if he can. Oh, lovely check drive straight back over Overton's head. Classic case of not overhitting. Trust the surface, trust your talent.
When you think of Ibrahim Zadran, it's the straight lines in which he plays that has always particularly pleased me about his batting.
Gives himself room and up and over mid-off. That is a beautiful strike. Expecting it short and just threw his hands at it.
Well, Bish, you talk about this mid-off, mid-on, up inside the circle, and we're going to show you very shortly the last over. This is one way, though, you can counter it.
Well, he knows it's going to be back of a leg that works short at the shoulders at best. And he's targeted down the ground by giving himself that room and flat batting it. Yeah, he loves it.
Goes Fuller, clips it, times it beautifully. What a lovely shot. Power off the first, timing and elegance off the second.
Comes into the onside, it's a quick one, but it's safe enough for Ibrahim Zadran. A century against England here in Lahore. First man to score a Champions Trophy century for Afghanistan. He was the same against Australia in Mumbai in the ICC Men's World Cup. He was the first to score a century in a 50-over Men's World Cup for Afghanistan. He's backed it up here and they are very happy for him, as they should be. Been a terrific innings.
Aesthetically pleasing because, as I've mentioned before, the straight lines in which he plays, very controlled. And so often Afghanistan want their success to be built around one of their opening batters getting a significant score. Lovely, lovely young player.
Oh, that's a terrific shot down the ground. He gave himself room. It was right in the slot from Mark Wood, but gave himself room and then pumped it down the ground.
One of the things John Wayne hated the most, getting hit over his head for 6. Straight down the ground. That is a glorious shot. When you see how far outside leg stump he is. What a shot, what an innings this is turning out to be. Look, he's actually on the retreat as he hits that dead straight. That is an incredibly tough thing to do.
Comes in and goes the distance. That is a beautiful strike over mid-on.
Same as the Australia game, when Archer went to his cutters, they disappeared. This was, he rolled his fingers down the side of the ball like a leg cutter. Ibrahim was just waiting for it and belted it out of the ground.
What a way to welcome him back to, and it's a start of an over, which is always when batsmen want to do damage because it takes the pressure off for the rest of it. Still have some batting power, and that's another boundary. Archer has not come back that well here. He is under pressure, and so is now Butler, who has to go and talk to his bowler.
Well, he didn't come back well against Australia. His last 5 overs went for 49, and he was given some real punishment. Slower, cut just behind square, and 4 more. Terrific timing, the 250 up for Afghanistan.
Well, we've had the power down the ground with the 6, and now we've just had 2 classical touch shots behind square. Good pitch, don't overhit. There is that ball out the back of the hand. He waited and timed it sweetly.
Real punishment for Archer, both against Australia, now here against Afghanistan. Ibrahim is 138 from 128 balls. He soaked up some pressure early on as wickets tumbled around him, and now he's really flourishing. Hits just behind square again, and for 4 more. Brilliant batting, and he might well smile because that's third consecutive boundary. All of them have come behind square. It's 256 for 5. The smiles are all for 150 for Ibrahim Zadran. What an innings he is playing here in Lahore.
Yeah, they have looked so ragged in the last 20 minutes. Pressure has built and they have fallen and succumbed to that pressure. Regulation stop there from Duckett.
Slower ball. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. Over long on. What an innings this young man is playing.
High score now in this year's ICC Champions Trophy. Goes past Duckett. High score ever in Champions Trophy cricket.
right in the slot this time. The Yorker is given away to something in the slot. That strike rate that you saw on the pitch map a moment ago was 300 when the ball was invitingly placed. It was invitingly placed there by Overton and disappeared.
And that's why it's called the slot. Ask a batter on any pitch, where do you want it? Right there. Still have to hit it, and he sure did.
Sweeps it away. Archer takes a good catch. He dropped a key catch against Australia, but he had his eyes on the prize there and pouched it safely.
Yeah, he took a good catch there, and that's really big for England because it's a bad start to the over for Afghanistan. But let's not talk about that. Nasser Hussain, let's talk about this fella.
One of the great innings you will see in any tournament anywhere around the world. He saves his best, it seems, for world events. He is an outstanding prospect. A little bit like Afghanistan, who are progressing very quickly in international cricket. So is Ibrahim Zadran. 177, that is about as good as you get. 323 for 6.